He laughed in my face. Not the kind of laugh that softens a room, the kind that slices. You? We never planned to bring you. That was my father's answer when I told him I'd saved for months to join the family trip. My money, my sacrifice, my hope, dismissed with a smirk. The others laughed too. My stepmother covering it with a cough, my half-siblings hiding smiles behind their hands. They knew the truth long before I did. The trip never had a seat for me. I walked away quietly, and in that silence, my revenge was born. I grew up being the extra chair at their table, the afterthought, the mistake they carried like a stain. When they took photos, I was the one cut off at the edge. When they made plans, I learned of them last, if at all. And when I tried to belong, my father's words always reminded me, "You're not really one of us." But I adapted. I stopped asking. I watched instead. Watching always reveals the cracks. My father bragged about his efficiency, how he booked all their trips through one airline account, how points stacked into upgrades, how every confirmation email went to the same inbox. He thought no one noticed the password scribbled on a sticky note under his desk, but I did. At the time, I never used it. I just kept the knowledge tucked away, like a loaded gun in a locked drawer. Until the night he laughed at me. I waited. I listened to them pack their bags. I heard their chatter about beaches, cocktails, luxury hotels. I smiled when they bragged about business class seats. And when the house finally went dark, I opened my laptop, logged in. Every ticket, every booking, staring back at me. It took one click. Cancel. Another. Cancel. And another. By the time I was done, every seat they had secured was gone. Refunds? Redirected, reissued into vouchers I alone controlled. The perfect crime wasn't theft, it was erasure. Morning came like nothing had happened. They left with rolling suitcases, snapping selfies at the door. My father brushed past me without a glance, confident his world was untouchable. I stayed behind, calm, silent, waiting for the storm. It hit at the airport. Calls started buzzing my phone. First irritation, then panic. "Did you touch something? The tickets are gone!" I said nothing. Let the silence burn. Hours later, another call, fury in his voice now. "We're stuck here. They're saying it was canceled online. Who would do this?" I almost laughed, the way he once laughed at me. They came home hours later, dragging their luggage like corpses. No tan lines, no souvenirs, just exhaustion and rage. My stepmother's mascara streaked her face. My siblings sulked, too humiliated to meet my eyes. And my father? He exploded. "You ruined everything!" he screamed. I didn't raise my voice. I just looked at him, steady, unshaken. "No. You ruined everything the day you decided I wasn't family." For once, there was no comeback, no laugh, no insult, just silence. The kind that suffocates. Because he realized in that moment what I already knew, I was never weak. I was never disposable. I was simply patient. The weeks after, I noticed the shift. Their friends whispered about the failed trip. His business partners joked about his mistake. He hated being the punchline, hated the way control slipped from his grip. And I watched it all unfold, calm, detached. Do I regret it? No, because I didn't take their money. I didn't shout or fight or beg. I mirrored their cruelty back to them. They wanted me excluded, so I excluded them from their perfect escape. My father always believed power was in his laughter, in making me small. But real power was in silence, in the click of a button. And when they sat stranded in that airport, surrounded by strangers, humiliated and helpless, I knew I had won. They left me behind, so I left them grounded.
forever reminded that the extra chair at their table was the one who pulled it out from under them.